His longtime talk show host Jerry Springer has passed away at the age of 79. Springer was an icon of American TV for decades. He had a talk show that spanned nearly 30 seasons, and so many people felt like they knew him. I want to welcome in someone who did know Jerry Springer very well, former executive producer on the show, Richard Dominick. Richard, thank you. I say that because I never met Jerry Springer, but I felt as though over years and years of watching him, he had this welcoming effect that I felt like I knew him. And I even had to think back, like, did I meet him one time? You knew him. How are you doing this morning?
Well, I mean, it's very sad, because the world lost, one of the greatest TV personalities. But for me, he was a buddy more than anything else. He was my buddy. So it's tough.
How did you hear of the news this morning?
Oh, the second I woke up, I started getting all kinds of texts and messages. And first, people thought it was a hoax. But it eventually, I have a friend over at CNN, and he called me and told me that he just got the blast from Chicago that he passed away. So once I got that phone call from my buddy at CNN, I knew it was true.
When was the last time, Richard, that you spoke with your friend?
Actually, it was probably sometime last month because his birthday is in February, and so I always, we would email or talk several times a year, but I always made sure I get connected with him on his birthday. And, he said he was getting tired and stuff like that, but he did not say. I heard it was, just a little while ago, I heard it was pancreatic cancer. I don't know if that's true. But he didn't say that to me. I guess if it's true, he kept that secret.
Yeah. And there were two sides to Jerry Springer, right? There was the public side that we all knew. And then my guest a moment ago said he also had a private side, and he kind of relished his privacy as well. Can you talk about the friend that you knew and what you loved so much about him that you'll miss?
Well, I mean, I worked with him for 20-odd years, and, I mean, I can honestly say we never had a disagreement. He always treated everybody on the staff and every guest with respect. He was a very funny man, and that's really what I enjoyed about him because, he went with the flow, and he accepted everything that happened. He loved being Jerry Springer. He loved the TV show. And, there's a part of him that will always say, gee, I wish I didn't do the show so, I could have stayed in politics. But in the end, I think he loved his popularity, and he was just the nicest guy. I mean, I lost a buddy. I don't even think of him as I lost the guy I worked with. I lost a friend.
Mm-hmm. And as we're watching some clips from the show, I mean, he had this incredible ability to connect with people. And I think part of it, Richard, was he truly listened, right? You could tell. What was it about him that motivated him to do what he did for so many years? I mean, a nearly 30-year show, you don't even hear anything close to that anymore.
Well, no, I mean, I always referred to him. I always said to him that he came across as Uncle Jerry. He came across as everybody's favorite uncle. And that's exactly who he was. He was easygoing. He loved people. He loved the guests. He loved the fact that they lived the life they led and had no qualms to come out here and talk about it. And he respected that because he himself was very private. He just had that favorite uncle way about him. People just met him and just took to him right away. Guests who might have been a little reluctant to go on the show because they didn't know what to expect. They'd meet him, and they would just get comfortable with him. He just had that way about him. He was the Dean Martin of talk show hosts, if you get my drift.
I do. I do.
That easygoing style, yeah.
Yeah. Finally, before I let you go, Richard, I know that over the hours and days to come, lots of memories of Jerry Springer will probably be coming to the surface in your mind. Do you have one that stands out, a moment, an interaction between the two of you that you cherish?
Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact. At the height of his popularity, we were in the office in NBC in Chicago. And we were standing in the doorway of my office, and people were hustling and bustling, and half of the staff are intern, and nobody even knew who they were. And one intern happened to run out past us and start heading out the door into the hallway, and a pencil dropped from everything he was carrying. And in the middle of the conversation, Jerry said to me, wait 1 second, ran, picked up the pencil to this kid who had to be 18 years old, and he didn't know who he was and never saw him before, and tapped him on the shoulder and said, "You dropped your pencil." And I remember watching that and thinking, what a nice guy he was. And out of all the memories of everything, of the talk show host and doing shows in England and Amsterdam and everything that we did together, and we did a lot, that's the one that sticks out of my mind, him picking up that pencil. I don't know why, but that meant a lot to me.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.